Good morning, my name is Maria Eduarda, and today I will talk about why does Hiroshima and Nagasaki was attacked. This happened because the USA wanted redemption of Japan. The USA wanted to avoid the possibility of a territorial invasion of Japan. The principal terror was the Japanese resistance attacks, and it was generated many deaths. Suddenly, I came across a giant fireball, and then there was a deafening noise. It was the noise of the universe exploding. Hiroshima survivor Shinji Mikamo told the BBC.
Little boy in Hiroshima. There was a 90,000-meter high devastation that caused winds of 640 to 970 kilometers per hour, scattering radioactive material in a thick cloud of dust. The explosion caused a heat of about 5.5 million degrees Celsius. Buildings disappeared along with the vegetation, almost everything disintegrated. The bomb immediately killed 50,000 people and injured another 8,000, with 221,893 of the totally of officially recognized deaths. Batman in Nagasaki. There was no firestorm, but it caused terrible destruction. The bomb exploded from 600 meters high. Among the consequences, we can quote the destruction of buildings, incendiary heat wave, debris, and radiation that swept the ground from the detonation point, causing most of the deaths and destruction of 40% of the city. The second atomic bomb killed around 74,000 people.
How Hiroshima and Nagasaki meet today. In 1958, after a major recovery and with the goal of turning Hiroshima into a memorial, the city once again had 410,000 inhabitants, equivalent to the semi-pre-R number. Today, Hiroshima has a growing number of over 2 million inhabitants, while Nagasaki has 413,000 inhabitants. Hiroshima has become a modern, developed city with trees, buildings, people walking around and cars, just like any other. However, the memories are still alive inside each one. Today, Nagasaki is also rebuilt like a normal city.
It happened on September 13, 1987, in an abandoned radiotherapy clinic. Wagner and Roberto found a machine and wanted to disassemble it to sell. The machine contained cesium-137, a bluish-colored powder that emitted ionizing radiation.
The sequelae left by cesium-137 are not only in the bodies of the direct victims of the accident, who had limbs amputated, their skin scarred and their health affected by contact with the chemical element. Years after the radiological disaster, most people from Goiás not only have sad memories of the episode, but also suffer from fear of the effects of cesium-137. A survey carried out by the company TMK for the newspaper O Popular reveals that 53.6% of the 1.5 thousand interviewees believe in the possibility that the accident may still cause some type of risk to the population of the capital. By the research is not justified. The accident caused many victims and should not cause new emotional victims, declares the head of the Health, Safety and Environment Advisor of the Nuclear Industries of Brazil. He guarantees that there is no possibility that other people besides those who had direct contact with cesium-137 in September 1987 could suffer any illness or other effects caused by the radioactive element. People who have had some form of contact with the chemical element cesium-137 still suffer health problems, including radiodermatitis, burns in various parts of body, low immunity, hair loss, and difficulty in receiving hospital care. Social life was also affected due to the psychological disorders that affect these individuals to this day. Many radioactive victims feel ashamed of their own bodies, increased case of alcoholism and smoking. They also report the difficulty to remain in the formal job market, go through financial needs, and end up falling in the informal market. Law number 9425/96 entitles the victims of the accident to a lifetime pension up to the third generation. However, there are problems reported by radioactive victims in relation to this right, such as the low value of aid. Faced with the socioeconomic difficulties, radioactive victims seek a life of respect and dignity.
Lourdes said the cesium came into his life on September 25th. He said that Ivo, the children's father, and to this brother opened the metal box containing the cesium. Ivo took this material home in cement bag. Lourdes said this don't like from this dust and from the light to emanate, and they also said dust and from furniture and the clothless, but the cells and downsher distant a son father they had a purple about. After a few months later, the girl who the cesium died and buried in the Iron waterfall because of radiation.